So, the Labour leader in the UK, Jeremy Corbyn, is being accused of anti-Semitism. Well, that's interesting. Why is that? Well, let me tell you. It's this comment right here. He said, quote, "Our Jewish friends are no more responsible for the actions of Israel or the Netanyahu government than our Muslim friends are for those of various self-styled Islamic states or organizations." Scandal! Ooh, can you believe he said that? So people really are losing their shit over this. Anti-Semite! Anti-Semite! You hate all Jews! You hate all Jews! Okay, here's my favorite fact. When did he make this comment? He made it in a speech on how important it is and vital it is to fight anti-Semitism. So people are going, I don't care that the whole point of the speech was to be against anti-Semitism and to fight it. You didn't do it in the way I wanted you to do it. Therefore, anti-Semite, you hate all Jews. Okay, now, let's break this down here. He's not saying Israel is ISIS or Israel is equal to ISIS. He's saying it is stupid to blame all Jews for the actions of people who are extremists. So Netanyahu, for example, recently launched an attack on Gaza, did a slaughter fest in Gaza, where he killed about 80% civilians, including women and children. Over 500 children were killed. He bombed schools, he bombed hospitals. They bombed the only power plant in Gaza. Kind of a bad move. All the human rights organizations were like, whoa, 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 stop it, stop it. So Corbyn is saying to blame all Jews for that, to be anti-Semitic because Netanyahu is a prick, makes no sense. It is irrational. In the same way that you shouldn't blame all Muslims for the actions of a terrorist group like ISIS. Seems pretty straightforward. He indeed is not saying Netanyahu is equal to ISIS. He is saying all Jews are not responsible for extremists and all Muslims are not responsible for extremists. Seems pretty straightforward. He could have used a different example. So, for example, I live in New York. Not that far from me, there are some areas which are ultra-Orthodox Jewish communities. We've covered stories on the show, a few of them, where one of the things that is done is they circumcise babies, so call it what it is, they cut off the tips of baby dicks, and then the rabbis suck the bloody baby dick. They suck the tip off the dick. That's what they do. Now, sometimes that leads to the baby getting a disease, and there are some instances where the babies have died. Jeremy Corbyn's logic is, hey, do not blame all Jews for the action of the rabbi that just sucked a bloody baby dick and led the baby to die because he gave him a disease. He could have said Netanyahu bombing women and children and going nuts and doing more illegal settlements and taking more Palestinian land. He could have went with that example. He could have went with the bloody baby dick example. But he gave an example. And the point is not that Netanyahu and ISIS are equal. The point is you don't blame all people of one group for the actions of some people in that group. Seems pretty straightforward, but no. People want to use this to argue it's anti-Semitism because they say he's comparing Israel to ISIS. He thinks Israel and ISIS are equal. Obviously, they're not equal. Therefore, he is an anti-Semite. Look, if you think this is anti-Semitism, this cheapens anti-Semitism. You're undermining actual cases of anti-Semitism. For fuck's sake, man, we live in a world where the fucking Golden Dawn Party exists. The crazy Greek neo-Nazi fascists who have their symbology and their flag and all that stuff, it is outwardly Nazi-like, and they tell you they are fascist. They tell you they hate Jews. You're gonna put Jeremy Corbyn, a massive liberal, into the category of those people? No. How dare you do that? How dare you do that? This is just as stupid as taking somebody who criticizes the doctrine of Islam and saying, oh, they hate all Muslims. You know? So when I come along and I say, oh, it is stupid that in Islam, whether it's in the Quran or the Hadith, They say that semen comes from your backbone. That is stupid. That makes no sense. It is stupid that Muhammad splits the moon in two. He flies on a winged donkey. That is stupid. I think that is incorrect and it didn't happen. So by me criticizing the doctrine of Islam, if somebody says, you hate all Muslims, well, no, that's not true. You made that up. This is exactly what's being done to Jeremy Corbyn. He says something that's very vanilla, very straightforward. Hey, don't blame all Jews for actions of extremists. Don't blame all Muslims for the actions of ISIS. He says something like, oh, anti-Semite! 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 We have to stop with faux cries of bigotry. We have to stop with faux cries of racism and xenophobia. Only bring it up when it's accurate, when it's true, when it makes sense, and be clear about the varying degrees of it and the nuance, too. That's not what's happening here. I think these are fake cries of it, and if you're participating, you are undermining actual cases of bigotry, and you might want to read the story Boy Who Cried Wolf.